Final Fantasy XVI, a game that carries the weight of one of the most storied franchises in gaming history. Released in 2023, this latest installment aimed to blend the series' rich legacy with a more modern action approach. But how did it do in the eyes of critics and Final Fantasy fans? And now that we've had a full year to reflect, how does it fare now? First, let's take a look at the critical reception. Critics praised Final Fantasy XVI for its compelling story, deep characters, and breathtaking visuals. IGN lauded it as a masterpiece of storytelling, giving it a score of 9 out of 10. GameSpot echoed these sentiments, highlighting the game's intricate world building and memorable character arcs. One of the standout aspects was the narrative. Final Fantasy XVI follows Clive Rosfield's journey through a land embroiled in political turmoil and dark secrets. The story, rich with emotional depth and complex themes, resonated deeply with players and critics alike. The shift from turn-based combat to a more action-oriented system was another focal point. This change sparked a mix of reactions. While some longtime fans missed the strategic element of the traditional battle system, many appreciated the fluid, dynamic combat. Eurogamer described it as visually stunning and immensely satisfying, applauding its blend of strategy and action. The development team at Square Enix explained that this shift aimed to attract a broader audience, including those who may have found the previous combat systems too slow or complex. This decision was a calculated risk, and for many, it paid off. Visually, Final Fantasy XVI is a feast for the eyes. The art direction and graphical fidelity were universally praised. Each region is meticulously crafted, offering players a diverse and immersive world to explore. The game's use of lighting and texture work created a visually stunning experience that pushes the boundaries of current-gen PS5 capabilities. But how did the fans receive it? While many players shared the critics' enthusiasm, some voiced concerns. The main points of contention included the departure from traditional gameplay elements and a perceived lack of side content compared to previous entries. User reviews on platforms like Metacritic reflected a divided opinion. Some fans appreciated the fresh take and innovative changes, while others longed for the classic elements that defined earlier Final Fantasy titles. Another area of debate was the game's pacing and structure. Some players felt that the main quest was too linear, with fewer opportunities for exploration and side quests. This sparked discussion about the balance between narrative-driven and open-world design in modern RPGs. Just about all of the side content was fairly boring and only served a purpose to pad more hours into the game purely for the sake of it. There were rewards for completing them, including an opportunity to obtain a legendary weapon, but it wasn't exactly worth the effort. The main villain and their plotline was also pretty weak and uninspiring, very predictable and cliché. Despite these criticisms, certain elements were universally acclaimed. The icon battles in particular stood out as some of the most epic and visually impressive moments in the game. These massive, cinematic fights between iconic summons added a grand sense of scale and spectacle. Having had a full year to reflect on the game, having read what others thought about the game as well as my own experience, I have to say that the game still deserves the praise it received at the time. If you look back at previous entries such as 15, 13, and you could even say 12, as that game also didn't appeal to everyone, it's easy to see that Final Fantasy XVI has been the best Final Fantasy game overall since perhaps 10. It's definitely a more linear experience, disguising itself as a semi-open world style game, and lacks proper RPG elements. But as a more streamlined and cinematic experience, it certainly delivers. I don't think Final Fantasy XVII should follow the same blueprint as 16, but it doesn't need a complete rethink. Refining on what made 16 so special and addressing some of the issues, as well as elements fans would love to see return to the franchise, would give the next installment an even greater chance to impress and achieve the success it continuously deserves. In conclusion, Final Fantasy XVI is a bold and ambitious entry in the franchise. Its critical reception highlights its strengths in storytelling, visuals, and innovative combat. Public reception, while mixed, reflects a passionate fanbase with high expectations for one of gaming's most beloved series. As the series continues to evolve, Final Fantasy XVI stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of a franchise that continues to push the boundaries of what an RPG can be. Whether you loved it or had your reservations, there's no denying that Final Fantasy XVI has made its mark on the gaming world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Final Fantasy XVI. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos and RPG gaming content like this. Until next time, happy gaming!